You know, Travis Pastrana does some amazing stunts. He's got this thing called the Nitro Circus, and he's got a group of performers that do amazing things on motorcycles and all kinds of vehicles. Now, when you watch this, don't just think of the stunt. Think of how did they practice to do that stunt? I mean, how many times did they crash? How many times did they hit the wall? And he asked me to be part of this. He had me sit in a chair and had the motorcycle guys and women jump over me and come real close to me. And I said, have you practiced this before? He goes, no, we're doing that now. So that's what happened here. But don't just think of the stunt. Think of what it took to get to this stunt. Oh, my God. Over the years, I met a lot of courageous people who put themselves in harm's way for a living.
Yeah, Brady, you're a pretty easy target in this thing.
Our men and women of the armed forces, police officers, firefighters.
It's like driving a two-story building.
Yeah. These people face danger while doing their job. So I got to try that on the freeway on the way home.
You didn't get it from me.
Then there are the thrill seekers. People who like to put themselves in harm's way because they just love taking risks, like the men and women of the Nitro Circus. This high-flying action sports collective tours the world performing stunts nobody's ever done before. Oh, and it's not just with motorcycles. It's what makes these adrenaline junkies tick. Well, today, I'm gonna try and find out. I'm here with action sports athlete and ringleader of the world-famous Nitro Circus, Travis Pastrana. Travis, how you been, my friend?
Doing really well. Good to see you again.
I know, we go way back. You did the Tonight Show with me when you were like 15 or 16, something like that.
Just turned pro. So
That's right, yeah. You brought your mom. That's how long ago it was.
Yes.
At that time, you'd just broken your back a year or two previously, and you were back in the circuit again. How does your mom let you get back on a motorcycle after you break your back? How does that work?
You know, I thank my parents every day for allowing me to be able to chase my dreams. And
Right.
I think the hardest time, I was 14 years old, shattered my pelvis, broke my back, and my mom was like, are you sure this is what you want to do for a living? And even in all that pain, I was like, I can't wait to get back on the motorcycle.
Travis Pastrana is the definition of fearless. Or maybe he's just plain crazy, because he's been putting himself in harm's way almost his entire life. Travis has competed professionally in several hazardous sports, including motocross, rally racing, and NASCAR. And then there's his long list of death-defying stunts, like when he jumped out of a plane without a parachute. As a result of his daredevil ways, Travis has had a long list of injuries, including breaking both ankles, both legs, and disconnecting his spine from his pelvis.
Look how bent the boot is. The bottom bones are going that way and the top bones are going that way.
I got a noogie once, and that really hurt. He's had 32 operations to put him back together again, and he still can't get enough.
So out here at Nitro Circus, we have a snowmobile ramp, we got motorcycle ramps, bicycle ramps, mountain bike ramps.
Wait, now, there's no snow. We're in San Diego. Why would you have a snowmobile ramp?
Because every night on this show, someone does something that's never been done before.
Really?
Or at least tries it. We're not
Right,
guaranteeing
please
it'll
try
make.
it. Now, this seems like the definition of in harm's way. How often do guys go down? I mean, is it pretty scary?
My job is actually safety, believe it or not, on Nitro Circus. My job is to make the ramps bigger and steeper, which doesn't sound safer, but it allows the riders more time in the air to do their tricks. Everyone kind of wants to know what the technology is behind the ramps. They're always like, well, who builds your ramps? I'm like, we do. And we basically figure out how to make stuff that's normally impossible, possible. So, okay, snowmobiles, for instance.
This looks like the snowmobile track. Is that what it is?
So this gets the snowmobile traction for the track. You can run basically the skids up the side. What's really interesting is the top.
Right.
Now everyone's like, oh, it's a cheater ramp or this and that. All it is a 2-foot piece
Right.
that's a little bit bigger where the track goes. So basically the sides fall off first. It gives them just enough kick that when the rider goes in the air, tucks, hits the brake, he can flip a 450-pound snowmobile frontwards.
How many degrees is this?
Well, we'll be changing the degrees all the way through. So this one is 50 degrees.
Right.
But we'll go all the way up to where that one's 65, and we have the ramp over there for the BMX triple backflip, which is one of the biggest stunts at the end.
Right.
He'll be going 45 feet off the ground on a bicycle with no suspension. Basically a kid's bike. And
Wow.
hopefully landing.
And hopefully, well, not
Well,
hopefully.
he'll land.
You'll land.
Hopefully he lands on the
All
wheels.
right, okay. How do you decide 48 degrees versus 52 degrees? I mean, is there math? Do you sit with someone and they sort of use a computer? Or...
Your mind is an amazing computer, and you can figure it out kind of as you're going. You can see a ramp, and as you're coming up to it, just because years and years of experience, you kind of know what's going to happen.
See, my mind is not a computer. Mine is more like an Etch-a-Sketch. Your mom, obviously, she's gotten used to it by now, right?
I don't think it gets any easier for her.
Really?
She trusts me a little bit more, but she still loves coming. She now, like, as a parent now, I have 2 daughters. My wife, Lindsay, skates in the show, so I feel like I'm the more scared one of the family.
Sure. Now, here's the question. When your daughters come and you go, Daddy, we want to jump.
Oh, man, there's so many things in the future that I'm really scared of, but if they have half the passion as Lindsay, their mom, does for skating, or I do for dirt bikes, or any of the guys do for whatever their sport is, I don't care if it's piano or math or motorcycles.
Okay,
I think it's all right.
Piano, math, motorcycles. Which one of these doesn't go with the other 2? I really am that worried if my kid was into piano or math, really. Oh my gosh, he's doing math, he's gonna get killed. To me, this is kind of like being a boxer. On your best day, you still get punched in the face, you know? And it's the same thing here. You run the risk of any typical show, you know, it could be over.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you wake up with that passion. The world just drops out. You can go as high as you want, as far as you want, and when you reach the limit, you find a way to build the ramp bigger and go even higher.
All right, okay. So what are we gonna do today that you haven't done before?
Well, I mean, have you ever done a stunt on Nitro Circus?
No, I haven't, and I was gonna keep it that way. You want me to do a stunt?
Well, I was thinking you can ride my bike out. Maybe we'll meet you at the top, sit in a lazy boy, and you can read a paper or something while we jump over you.
All right, I'm out of here.
So is that a yes? Maybe.
Okay, fine, I'll do it. You know, Travis has arranged a small group to come and watch our rehearsal for tonight's show, where I put myself in harm's way.
Thank you all for coming out. Jay, you ready for this?
What am I doing here? This is crazy. My wife is gonna kill me.
I know you said your wife's gonna kill you, but that should be the least of your worries right now.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Looks like Travis has a friend with him. Travis! Who's your friend?
Oh, wait a minute!
Jay Leno!
Mike, we get a big round of applause for Jay Leno. He's gonna join us.
I had Travis on my show. Now I'm on his show. This is very exciting. Travis has something planned for me. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Well, actually, there's a chair over on that landing.
Is that for me?
It's for you.
Am I supposed to sit in that chair?
I mean, if you want to. We got a magazine and everything for
All
you.
right, let's see what happens. All right. Travis, I'll see you in a little bit.
Here's the plan. There are 2 ramps. I'm going to sit on the landing ramp and drink a soda while a bunch of guys on motorcycles race up and jump the ramp and flip over me. If everything goes right, I won't knock over my soda.
Time for a beverage. Good job, guys.
What do you think?
That was great. That was pretty impressive.
You got to sit here the rest of the show?
This is the best seat in the house. You want one more?
Yeah.
At least till I finish my soda.
Yeah, let's do another. Let's see.
Thank you.